to the chosen elect of Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Brakatha Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakah Kodash. Give double honors to our apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to our sincere brothers that goes out on the highways and the byways risking their lives week in and week out. Right? And shalom to our sincere brothers and sisters in all sincerity supporting this true doctrine. All praises and glory to our highest power, Yahweh, and his beloved son, Yahushai. Brothers and sisters, hold tight. Hold tight. Right? Prophecies, the Holy Scriptures are so real. What led me or inspired me to do this video here is that I was watching the news and, this virus, what's going around now, it's even spreading more and more, brothers and sisters. You hear the news, it's spreading more and more. Right? Earthquakes, pestilences, you name it, prophecies are being fulfilled. But again, what I want to say, the reason why I want to talk about what I want to talk about now is because I was watching the news today, and do not mess and joke around with our highest power. His name is Yahweh and his beloved son, Yahushai. Now this woman, right, is on the tip of my tongue now. Can't vaguely remember it. But she is in Hawaii or whatever the place is, where that virus is at the moment, which is spreading. And she's there with her daughter, and apparently she can't get out. For some reason, I don't know, I heard something about where I was listening to it where her daughter, she couldn't get an emergency passport or something of the sort. But the point is what I'm going to say. They need to get out. And I think there are still people that are British citizens or other countries, all right, from other countries are trapped in that country. They need to leave. They want to leave quickly. But what I'm saying to you is, that mother was talking with her daughter like it's a great, like an appeal to get that emergency passport to get out of that country. What I'm saying to you, you can run, but you cannot hide. Whatever the Most High puts upon this earth, throughout the four corners of the earth, you cannot hide. You could run. And like I always say, the Most High could chop your legs off and you can't even run. But for those who have legs to run, you can run, but you cannot hide. But they don't fear the Most High. They don't fear. Even these news presenters, the way they're talking, as if it can't come fully to America. People on the train, on the buses in England, when you walk in, everybody have a little sniff and a little cold, but they don't realize it could come right here. The Most High is not a power to play with. You could run, but you cannot hide. But you get the gist what I'm saying. So no matter how you go on the internet or go in the news, right, try to beg people that, we are trapped now. If you could try and help us, there's some means and ways to try and get some information, right? Salakia. Come off, right? Means and ways to try and get help to get out of the country. No matter. You could get out of the, but listen to me, even down to the pilots who park, I don't know if it's pilots or whatever, or co-pilots or the engineers that park the plane. All right? Even they're all kitted out. They're not taking any chances. The fear of running out of materials, masks, uniforms, even some of the doctors or nurses in the hospital, they fear that they run out of supplies, of mask or the covering. What they're doing, they're taking it off after work, hanging it up and spraying it and reusing it for the following day, just in case the supplies run out. So they might have a couple of supplies, like maybe 10 uniforms or 50 masks, but they don't care. They're not taking any chances. Because by right, you're supposed to get the mask, get the covering, right? The protective clothing, right? And as soon as your day is finished, even better still, maybe every half a day you should be discarding it. But every time you put on that uniform, you should the disposable one, you discard of it. So what they're doing now, they're keeping it and spraying it, sanitizing it, because they're fearing that because they're going to be run out of supplies. Now, that's something to listen, a simple thing like that. Reusing materials that can be contaminated. So you're taking a chance now. Wow. Okay, so let me go to the first scripture. What I want to bring out. All right? First one I want to bring out here is in Jeremiah 23 and Jeremiah 23 and 23. Am I a power at hand, saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yashai, and not a power afar off? Can any hide himself in secret places that I shall not see him? You see, what I'm trying to say, the point I'm trying to make, is that no matter where you are, right? When the Most High wants to put something upon you, you can't run, you can't hide. So the woman with her child want to try to plead and try to come out to the country, but you don't think that that pestilence can follow wherever they're going. You could run, but you can't hide. You remember that saying? You're jumping out of the frying pan into the fire. So that's where the hot oil is, where you think that is burning you up, and you think that you're safe jumping out, but you're jumping into the fire. It's the same thing. You can run, but you can't hide. You see my point? When the Most High puts something upon the nation, all right, excluding the excluding Slakia, excluding the elect, that's why we have to hope and pray that we are the elect, because the Most High promised that He's going to look after you in that day. Look after you. Look after you. That's for the chosen. That's what we're fighting for. Earnestly fighting for, to be there in that number, to be the elect, so we could be protected. The most beautiful feeling when you're protected. We don't know. It's going to be the last minute, the last second, you don't know. Hey, 24. Can any hide himself in secret places, that I shall not see him, saith the Lord Yahweh Shemashai? Do not I fill heaven? Oh man, that's deep. Filling up. When you get a glass, no matter how short or tall that glass is, when you fill it up to the top of water, it's filled. Nothing else can be added to that glass, no matter how short that glass is or tall that glass is. It can't be. When it's filled, it's filled. Saith the Lord Yahweh Shem, do not I fill heaven and earth? Fill, saith the Lord, our power, Yahweh Shem Yahshai. Right. Back in Jeremiah, same way. 16. Verse 16 to 17. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and they shall fish them. And after I will send for my many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain. You hear what? You can run, but you can't hide. You jump out of the frying pan into the fire. From you are a creation of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You cannot, because every soul belongs to our power. Whether wicked or good or nice or whoever. Our souls belong to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And our souls are in that flesh. So no matter where you go physically in the flesh, right, which is housing the spirit, which is the Most High control of, you're going to be fished out. The plagues are going to hit you the same way. Pestilences, diseases, torture. You name it's going to come to you, man. I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. All right? And you know they set up these bunkers now, right? These war bunkers for war. No matter who rich you are, the Most High does not respect a person. No matter how much money you have in this federal currency, which is bullshit money anyway, no matter how much money you have, you could buy the biggest and the most designed bunker house. You're going to be fished out. Just like a fish. Right? You see that rod? That fishing line is going to draw you right out. For mine eyes are upon all their ways, and are not hid from my face, neither is their iniquity hid from my eyes. Hear me again. I'm going to say this again and again. You can run, but you can't hide. Right? Babakasha, listen. Okay, where are we going to now? Psalms 139. Right? Psalms 139. 139, brothers and sisters. 139. 139. Verse 1 to 8. Here we go now. The chief musician, a psalm of David. O Lord, our power, thou hast searched me and know me. If the Most High knows you and search, if he knows every part of you, he knows the next movement. So you in one country, he knows you. He searched you out. He made you. So what happened? He knows your ways. He knows your thoughts. You can't run. You can't hide. So he knows you're going to move from one country to another, but he's going to put the Spirit on you to follow you. Thou knowest my downsitting and mine uprising. Hey! Thou understandest my thought afar off, from time. Yahweh is called the Ancient of Days, before we were even born. The Ancient of Days. Thou compassest my path and my lying down, and art acquainted with all my ways. Everything. He's acquainted with everything we do. You breathe, you drink, you shit. Everything. So lucky for talking about, I'm talking reality here. You cough, you sneeze, you belch. Right? When you have that big plate of food and you finish eating, you belch. He knows everything. He made that. He created that. It's every single thing. He knows everything. He's acquainted with all my ways, our ways. For there is not a word in my tongue, but lo, O Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, thou knowest it together, altogether. Thou hast beset me behind and before, behind and before, and laid thine hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me. It is high. I cannot attain unto it. It's deep, brothers and sisters. No matter how intelligent you are, that's why these prideful people, no matter how intelligent are these professors, talk about the Big Bang, the Big Bang, right? Talk about evolution, right? Right? I'm looking at the news now, 132 deaths now, right? Wuhan coronavirus. It's serious, brother. At least what I'm reading now, at least 6,000. I said 6,000 before now. Gone already, but 6,061 now is risen to now. All right, so let me get back to this prophecies, right? Therefore, for verse 139, Psalms 139, verse 4, for there is not a word in my tongue, but lo, O Lord Jehovah Shamshai, thou knowest it altogether. Thou hast beset me behind and before, and laid thine hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me. It is high. I cannot attain it unto it. Whither shall I go from thy spirit? Or whither shall I flee from thy presence? Either. If I ascend, now hear this part now, which is deep. This is deep. If I ascend up into heaven, and who controls the heaven and the earth? The Most High. The depths of the sea. Right? If I ascend up into heaven, thou art there. Oh man. If I make my bed in hell, before thou art there. You see me? The Most High is up. The Most High is down. The Most High is to the left. The Most High is to the right. The Most High, Yahweh Sham Yahushai, is in the four corners of the earth. And in between there. So don't try to be clever now where you have north, east, south, west. Right? Don't be clever. He's even between that too. So you have north, east, north, F, west, W, west. You know what I'm talking about. He's in between that gap too. So between north and east, you have a little gap in it. He's in between that too. Listen to Yahweh Sham Yahushai. Listen, man. You can't run. Right. Where am I going to now? If I ascend up into heaven, may I watch you now? I'm watching every part of you now. Right? How far is heaven? We don't know. But the Most High watching you. Thou art there. If I make my bed in hell, that's down here on earth, the bed. No matter how hell is, how far hell is, we know we're living in hell right now. Right? The grave. Behold, thou art there. All right. You get the point what I'm making. You get the point. All right, let me go to Revelations now. Revelations, where am I? Revelations now, brothers and sisters. Right? I don't want to go on too much because, Revelation 6. Revelation 6. Let's look at my notes here. 12 to 17. Right? Here we go now. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake. Hey, that's deep, isn't it? What we had the other day, yesterday, right? Pure earthquakes. The one in the Caribbean 7.7. Believe me, I felt it, boy. I felt earthquakes before. It ain't no nice feeling. It is not a nice feeling, an earthquake. And the sun became black as the sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. And the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And verse 14, and the heaven departed as a scroll, when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places, and the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man hid himself in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. Hear me out now. Hear me out now. This is going to get deep now. And said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne. Hey? Sitteth what? Let me go again. And said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. I won't even bother going to that. I won't even bother going to that. Hear me now. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? Who can stand against the power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai? Who is the mighty one? Who will forever be the mighty one? Who will continue for eternity, never ending, being the mighty one? You know who I'm talking about. All praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Baba Kashak, Salakia, right? If I'm not going, I just hope that it's being edified, but I just want somebody to get the idea. You can run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide, right? There's a scripture, right? I'm going to close up now, but where's that scripture about the bear? Right? You run from the bear, I'm just paraphrasing, and you run, you burn, and you sweat. You reach home, you run behind the door, and you gasp, and you lean on the door, and that snake bites your damn finger off and poison you. You run, but you can't hide. So that give all praises and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. We hope and pray that we are chosen. We hope and pray that we are covered. It's the most damn beautiful feeling in this world. This beautiful feeling that if you're covered, how sweet is that? How sweet is that? Glory be to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Thawada. Amen. And amen, it is done.